The Seahawks play 4 of their remaining 5 regular season games at home, starting with Carolina on Sunday. Hello 12s, I'm Jen Mueller with a preview of the Hawks game against the Panthers presented by Safeway. Don't let that 4-8 record fool you. Carolina is just 2 games out of the NFC South lead, and they are taking on the identity of interim head coach Steve Wilks.
The one thing that you see is that they play hard, they play physical. The mentality that they've taken since Coach Wilks has stepped in, obviously, any defensive coach, you want to run the football. When you run the football, as Pete likes to say, you enclose the circle of toughness with your football team. It's hard to say I'm a tough football team and I'm throwing the ball all over the lot. It's always going to be a physical game. It's one in the trenches. So you see that happen.
Running back Dante Foreman leads the charge. He's topped the century mark 4 times in the last 6 games, leads the team in rushing yards, and ranks 3rd in the league in yards after contact.
It's just a mentality. He gets hit at 3 yards and still get an extra 3 or 4 yards. So that's just a mentality. There's no technique that can't be taught. That's just the dog in you.
He's really hitting it downhill. They're really committed to the running game. Their style fits how he hits it. Breaking tackles, falling forward. Offensive line is really good, probably the best group we've seen. So they had the real commitment. And Coach Wilson has done a really nice job taking over.
Which sets up another challenge for a Seattle defense that has allowed more than 160 rushing yards in 3 straight games.
Sometimes it's scheme. The other time, the vast majority of the time when you're playing the run game, the challenge is doing right play after play. And it's never easy. It's the grind it out, putting your hands on people, knocking back. What is my assignment? Where, the gap I need to be in. Guys playing off of each other. It's a challenge to do that, but you have to do it play after play after play.
In the passing game, DJ Moore has been the favorite target of Panthers QBs. He leads the team in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Quarterback Sam Darnold will make his 2nd start of the season. The Seahawks pass rush got back on track last week with 4 sacks and 9 quarterback hits.
Previous weeks we've been struggling to stop the run, so I think guys, when they got a chance to pin their ears back and go, I think guys took advantage of it.
And then, of course, there's the secondary and the play of Tariq Woolen, who snatched his 6th interception of the season last week and finds ways to affect plays with his speed.
Some of the plays that, especially on Sunday, just his ability to close, like guys wide open, and you're like, oh no. And then all of a sudden Tariq comes in and breaks it up. That's pretty cool.
A guy that big, running that fast, covering that much ground That's some freakish stuff right there.
The Hawks offense is dealing with question marks at running back after injuries to Kenneth Walker and DJ Dallas last week.
Different running backs, I think they just bring a different style, so they might bring the similar plays to life a little different way. But I think for us as a whole, we like the guys. They all know our system. They all know the different runs. They're all excellent with the protection. So I think for us, it's more about making sure that we have a good fit in our run game, a good system that we want to go into this game plan with, and we'll be ready to activate. And I think all the running backs have all the confidence in the world.
For us, especially up front, it just puts more of an emphasis on coming off the ball, being physical, and allowing those lanes to open for the running backs, whoever it is back there.
There's no question the impact Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf can have. They combined for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Rams.
Really a culmination of their hard work in the offseason. Did a great job, throughout training camp, throughout the preseason, and then, each week as they've accumulated these reps throughout the season, I think they've done a great job in practice, in the weight room, all the stuff they do to take care of their bodies, to be able to still be playing at a high physical level, this far into the NFL season when we know everybody at this time has something or other that they're dealing with, and it's a long season.
I give a lot of respect to Shane and how he's distributing the ball, and how he coaches Geno up, and Geno just orchestrates Shane's plan throughout the week, like he made it himself. So it took a lot of trust to get to this point, for me to trust Geno, for Shane to trust me and Tyler. So what it boils down to is just trust and believing in the system.
Giving Geno Smith time to throw downfield could come down to containing Brian Burns. His 10 sacks are tied for 5th most in the league, to go along with 13 tackles for loss.
He's has a lot of effort. He's got a high motor, and he doesn't stop on the play.
He's a really, really good athlete, really athletic, and he's got the burst and the length and all that kind of stuff, but he's really athletic and he's real slippery in his pass rushes. He can get in and out of his spaces really efficiently. He has a really good motor. He really brings it, and he plays all the time. He's getting a ton of reps, and you can't rest on him at all. He'd take the edge in a heartbeat. So he's really a good player.
The Hawks offense has been among the best in the league thanks to Gino's league-leading 72.7 completion percentage. And the Hawks' average of 26 points a game ranks 5th. It leads to a sense of optimism and excitement down the stretch.
The fact that we're playing meaningful games in December, we have a chance here to kind of write our own story, and that's what you want in the NFL, is to play a lot of good games, meaningful games in December.
We're fortunate to be 7-5 in the playoff hunt, but I feel like we want to get to where we want to be, get another one of those banners up in here. I think we still got work to do, and I'm very confident that we'll get to work and try to get it done.
Kickoff is set for 1:25 at Lumen Field. The preview is presented by Safeway. And 12s, if you are watching at home this week, Safeway's fan-gating recipe of the week is ultimate chili. Go to Seahawks.com/Safeway for more game day recipes.